Hey Cancer, welcome to your second half of September reading. Not really date or time specific. I just indicate first half of the month or second half of the month so you know when it was conducted and published. That's all. Easier to find on the channel that way, but if you come upon it and the storyline resonates and it speaks to you, then it's your message no matter when you come upon it. Just want to make sure that was clear. Also, it is a general reading for the collective of Cancerians, Sun and Rising. It can't possibly speak to everyone, so just take what speaks to you, leave the rest. And you can also check out, be a cross-watcher. Check out these Sun or Rising readings for your divine counterpart. Sometimes interesting and insightful messages come through that way. Okay, so I'm pulling two cards, one for Divine Masculine, one for Divine Feminine from Spirit Animal Oracle. Let's see what comes through. Moth Spirit, surrender now. Uh-oh. And Feminine gets Cow Spirit, the miracles are endless. The miracles are endless. I love the color. I always say this, I don't know if it was you or if it was another reading where I get really, I am attracted to color. Color speaks to me. And I love the alignment of the colors here. So, miracles are endless and surrender now. If I recall, dear Cancerians, last reading, the masculine showed up in the energy of the Tower. So that is a card of surrender. That is a give it over. You know, it's almost as if to say, yeah, you waited too long and now it's not in your hands anymore. So I am feeling that energy may be continuing. I'm going to pull one card for the Cancerians watching from Sacred Traveler. Use these however you want, you know, between readings. Your next one will be first half of October in a couple weeks and 10 days to 2 weeks. So we'll see what the message is that will guide you between now and then. Fogged in. Go slow and take time. Go slow and take time. Fogged in to me feels like there is a lack of clarity. There's something, maybe even fogged in. You know how fog can seem oppressive, like it's just hanging over you in the wherever you live, and it feels as if when you're fogged in, you can't move forward because you can't see. So it's about going slow, taking time, waiting for the fog to lift, waiting for the clarity to come in. And I would feel almost, because of this image, that the next card out would be the Six of Swords, that smooth sailing. So for now, go slow, take your time. It's a good message, Cancerians, especially if you are in that masculine energy of surrender. Like, yep, I can't push forward. It's out of my hands. So let's see what's coming through for you in this reading. Okay. Masculine in the energy of Page of Cups. That is about messages. Messages of love, messages of apology. It is, it can be a message of adoration. I adore you. I care about you. It's just a sweet, gentle message from the heart. Feminine showing up here with the energy of the King of Pentacles. Remember, you can always reverse this. If I get done here and you're like, I completely relate to that side, but she's saying it's the masculine and I'm the feminine, that's fine. Release control. Release attachment to the labels. The storyline is more important. King of Pentacles. Yeah, King of Pentacles is that masculine archetype of life partner, showed up on the feminine side in the last reading. So you may want to check the last reading. I think the title of that reading was just 2 weeks ago. I think it wasn't even 2 weeks ago. I think it was titled It Has Been Written, or It's Already Written. There was a lot of fate energy, a lot of things just unfolding. It's already been written. And the King of Pentacles featured prominently. And I saw that King of Pentacles representing the life partner of the feminine. So we'll see. King of Pentacles is someone who shows up for you. They're there for you. They're steady, rock steady. They got it kind of all together. Can be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So I'll just mention that. This Knight of Swords was in your last reading as well. Also on the masculine side. This masculine in the last reading definitely was all about a swift resolution to a problem. Getting at a truth very quickly. This is about being in your truth, taking swift action to uphold your integrity, your character, your honesty. But it is also about resolving something very quickly. And then right now we have this Nine of Wands energy in the present, almost as if to say, I'm asking for forgiveness here and I'm not going to give up. I haven't quit this situation. I'm going to persevere. There is definitely something going on here that feels connected to the last reading. Yep, and here's the Justice card. Libra, we're in Libra season now. Justice is about fairness and balance. It can be a card of vindication as well. It can represent legal scenarios, legal situations, divorces, right? Contracts, disputes. Anything that would be handled where it's like your truth, their truth, and the truth. So that's something we'll look at because that's in the future position. Could be about a restoration, restoring balance after this situation gets resolved. Yeah. Feminine, 10 of Swords in the past. Whatever it is, this feminine was like, I'm out, I'm done. Stick a fork in it. Page of Swords. But I'm going to keep an eye on things. I'm waiting for some information. I'm waiting for the clarity, right? I'm feeling fogged in. Waiting for the clarity. There we are. Beautiful divine feminine. Keeping in the energy of the Empress, that's more Libra and Taurus. Guided by Venus, this Empress is all about unconditional love. It is also represents all the new, the things that we birth into being. She even, in most decks, she kind of looks a little pregnant. And I always like to say, I think she gives birth to the Fool. So I love this energy here in the future because I'm seeing something here that feels very stable and balanced and based on some fair, harmonious. This energy here is very Libra season, harmony, balance, relationships, love, beauty. It's all about balance too. Very nice. And look what's on the bottom. So that card made an appearance last time. Let's see what we've got going here. What can we find out about the Page of Cups? A lot of air energy in this reading. Apologizing for walking away. And not working on the situation together. They're wanting to work on it now. Yes, and make things fair and balanced with equal give and take now between these two. Can you feel my whole energy just shifted? And remember that? That came out in the last reading too. If you haven't seen it, guys, go watch that last Cancerian reading. I actually had to come up, if I recall, with 2 scenarios because I couldn't get a solid handle on the feminine energy. And because it's a general reading for the collective, there were two storylines coming through really strong. And so I gave one and then I gave the other. Well, I'm seeing one that's coming through here more strongly than the other. But yeah, it involves this twin connection. There is something that's been very out of balance. There's been an unequal amount of give and take. And I feel as if this masculine is apologizing, is sort of offering a message of saying, yeah, I know I cut and run. Things got kind of dicey and I just bailed. And it just feels like that. I don't feel that there's true abandonment. I feel like they just weren't ready to work on it. They weren't a teammate. They weren't interested in the co-creative. And so things were out of balance. And you can't get too far when there's no reciprocity. So I think that's what happened. It feels very much like the last reading, only like we're on the other side of the tower now. That reading was killer. Knight of Swords in the past. So this feels pretty recent. Because the Knight of Swords was further out in the last reading. Yeah, okay, King of Pentacles. I'm getting such clear, it's almost as if to say, yeah, I am going to be there for you. King of Pentacles, masculine archetype of life partner. Doesn't have to be a husband, but I felt that in the last reading. Can just be somebody you've been involved with for a long time, maybe even live with, long-term partner. And I feel as if this is the masculine saying, from the past saying, let's resolve this situation victoriously, come through it victoriously. I'll be more steady and reliable. I was just feeling stuck and trapped. That's why I cut and run. I'm speaking as if I'm the masculine right now. I know I was kind of slow and pokey about it. I think that this comes out underneath to explain the Eight of Swords, to say I was really just stuck, feeling trapped, my back against the wall. So the action I took was very slow, too slow for this feminine, if I recall. Now we're in the Nine of Wands. There's no quit in this masculine. They're persevering, working to overcome the burdens, the challenge, the obstacles. That is I know you want to quit, just don't quit because you're so close. Oh my God. Knight of Swords again. Keep working to resolve it. This masculine is just really dead set on resolving this issue, whatever has gone on. There's more truth to be told. There's more clarity that needs to come in. This card does feel like a surrender card, right? Surrender now. It does feel a bit of a surrendering, but it's a surrendering through perseverance. Almost as if that giving over is saying, yeah, I know I'm going to continue to work to resolve this. I'm just not pushing back, right? We don't have the Seven of Wands. We have the Nine of Wands. There's some measure of surrendering to the situation, but not giving up, because there's so much good to come of this, right? The truth is, this masculine wants to take things to the next level. They want this new beginning, this stability, this sense of abundance to be found in commitment. That's what that Three of Pentacles is about. I think that feminine wanted this masculine to just work on it, and they just resisted, and they kind of commitment. Taurus. All right, now I'm better able, I'm working on my belief systems, right? Because it's underneath. So this is what's sort of in the subconscious realm. Working on better understanding. I haven't given up. Working on my beliefs around commitment. How have I been indoctrinated? What does it look like to me? What does it mean to me? What are my perceptions about it? What are the myths I've been sold about commitment? See, and I think that's why the Eight of Cups was there. There was no reciprocity here. Then the masculine over here feeling trapped in the past, and now they understand it could be just part and parcel of their belief systems, how they were raised. And so I feel as if they're really working hard to overcome it, to continue to resolve the situation, because they want this Ace of Pentacles. They know they are being offered something very abundant and powerful that not many people have an opportunity to experience. They don't want to lose that. Justice in the future. Big shift since that last reading. Wow. And remember, the High Priestess was over here the last time. Yeah. So there's been probably, if not total separation, just really absent communication with this feminine. So in the future, there is possibly some continued separation, but there's an effort to balance it, to create a sense of fairness and balance, restore it, so that this High Priestess, I feel that the High Priestess came out, if I recall, twice in the last reading, once in the major part and once as a clarifier. Almost no communication, totally flying on their intuition. Pisces energy in the Priestess. And then the leap of faith. The Fool. It is a sense of like, once the balance is restored, the communication can be restored, and and using intuition to know when the right time is to leap. So the right time to take it to the next level, new path in this connection. So that feels pretty good. Now we come over here. And we've got King of Pentacles again for this feminine. So this is very much in the forefront of the feminine's mind. Wow. Reconciliation. Reconciliation. So yeah, you'll find the win-win. You're making peace. This is important to this feminine. It's right in the forefront of their mind with regard to this King of Pentacles. So again, I think I said it in the past. I'm not sure which one of you is the Cancerian. That's the way it works. If you're here as the Cancerian, it's up to you to know which side you're on. Then the other side is your divine counterpart, regardless of sun sign or rising sign or any of that. But I'm feeling as if this feminine is really interested in wanting to make peace and reconcile the differences with this masculine, who they perceive as a life partner. Meaning in this incarnation. But there is a lot to process here. The Seven of Cups, working through all the drama, trauma, tragedy. It's a little emotionally overwhelming, I think, yes. But we've got the energy around the Two of Cups, the soulmates here. So I love that this feminine is sort of acknowledging consciously there's a lot to process. There's a lot we have to sort through. I want the reconciliation, but it's going to take a minute. So we're going to have to work through it. I know that that's, it's, and it could even be a little emotional overwhelm as to whether or not they even should bother reconciling. But I feel as if underneath they are driven and motivated by the knowledge that this is their soulmate. And the Two of Cups is so beautiful. It is the bonding of the soulmates. It's divinely protected and guided. I love it. In the past, Ten of Swords. End of a painful cycle. And healing. And I remember that feminine in the last reading, Cancer, came through, working on themselves as well in the energy of the Queen of Pentacles. So focusing on themselves, their own stability, their own groundedness in their own life. And I feel like this is letting me know that that's exactly what was going on, ending the painful cycle, working on healing, feeling that guidance, that protection. One more healing. Yeah. Got it. Reflecting on everything that happened. And right now, they're just open to the information. This is kind of keeping your ear to the ground. Could be keeping an eye on the masculine, observing them. Sometimes the Page of Swords is in that energy. Other times it's just looking for that clarity. A message, or offering a message of clarity sometimes. Truth even. Yeah, I think it's more watching. I think they're watching with great anticipation and anxiety. Right? They're Page of Swords, kind of checking up. What are they doing? What's going on? And it's just driving them a little batty. To me, the Nine of Swords represents almost intrusive thoughts. It's something that it's really not as bad as it seems, but you can't let go of it. So you obsess. And that heightens your anxiety. And that becomes a vicious cycle. So FYI, if you're here as a feminine, be patient. Exercise some restraint and some self-control. Don't let this Nine of Swords eat you alive, because that's what I feel is happening here. And it could be because you're keeping tabs on this masculine and it's not helping you. It's really not helping you. So that Temperance comes in, Sagittarian energy. We have Aquarius and the Star and the Fool. So just so you know, and I just feel as if it's coming in to remind you that if you just keep everything in flow, that Temperance energy is just about alchemy. In time, the energies will meld. Everything will come together. Yes, you're manifesting it. No problem. Virgo and Gemini and the Magician. You're manifesting this patience, this self-control, this sort of alchemized situation. And then going forward, Feminine comes through. The Empress, that unconditional love. The power of the Divine Feminine. It's self-love too. Yes, unconditional love with that Nine of Wands. So I'm feeling the Nine of Wands is the two of you. It shows the alignment, the mirroring of both. There's a lot of frustration here. This has been a very difficult journey, a difficult cycle you've both been working through. You're almost at the 10, but I feel as if you're both kind of just holding on. This masculine's holding on, really reworking their thoughts and belief systems around commitment, but wanting to resolve the matter. And the feminine will stay in unconditional love and persevere and not give up on the situation either. That's really powerful. There we are, Cancer. Not giving up on moving forward victoriously in this connection with love. But feminine isn't going to let this go without saying, but I got my eye on things. Eyes behind my head. That's funny. So underneath, still motivated by the clarity. So I don't think the clarity comes in just yet. Let's see when it does. If you want, you can follow me to the extended, dear Cancer. The link is in the first or second sentence below this video in the description box. And I'm going to pull a card to look at the situation you both need to deal with right here, right now. Like, what's the most pressing thing? What's the block, the challenge, or the dynamic between the two of you around that thing? And then what can you do about it, or what can you expect to come of it? Those are those three cards. And then we'll look at the messages you want to send to each other. What do you want each other to know at this point in the process? A message to you, Cancer, from your higher self, spirit of the universe. That's one of my favorite positions. It's real authentic advice from your spiritual team. Sometimes it's just a pep talk. Sometimes it's, you know, a warning, something to be on the lookout for in either your behavior or the other person's behavior. And then the outcome position. What can you expect going forward and in what time frame? So we'll look at all that. Maybe I'll pull some extra oracle as well. Thank you so much, Cancer, for joining me. I feel like I have a better handle on things now from the last reading. So I look forward to seeing you over at the extended in a second or in a future reading. Take care. Bye.